Good morning, my dear, and welcome to your sunrise reading. Thank you for choosing to start your day with me and inviting me to give you some guidance on your path today. Take a deep breath. Let it out. And let's begin. Good morning, guys. How are you? How are you? How are you? It is another overcast day here in New Jersey. As you can see, not very sunny, but that's okay. We've at least had a couple cool days the past few days, so we're not sweltering hot. Sasha, as you see, is on the bed there. So I want to change it up a little. I want to get us an oracle message from my Kuan Yin oracle deck. Shout out to any of my Asian sisters that are following the channel. Please shout yourself out in the comments below. So what's interesting is, like, maybe a year or two ago when I was meditating, I had this image of, and I don't really, like, first of all, let me also interrupt myself about my own story. You know, if you're on a spiritual journey, please don't feel like you need to be meditating every day and have this super disciplined practice. Like, yeah, I was meditating, but that is not part of my daily practice. I do not sit and quiet every day. I'm a fire sign, so I generally like to be active most times doing something. So I don't want you to think that your spiritual practice that you need to be meditating more. If that's what you feel called to do, please do that. But I personally do not meditate every day. I actually should meditate more. I meditate so infrequently. However, a few years ago, when I was really kind of deep in my ascension, if you will, I was laying down and I was kind of in, I think, what is called that theta state, where you're kind of like, you're conscious, but kind of like in that space of right before you fall asleep. And I just had this image of like this Asian warrior goddess just like flying over me. It was crazy. And I was like, and she kind of had on like face paint and everything. And I was like, this is so weird. Like, why am I, this little black girl, having visions of an Asian warrior? Now, Kuan Yin is not really seen as a warrior, but I'm sure there's probably some folklore of her showing herself as a warrior. But I obviously had to do research then and like, okay, like I need to know about Asian deities and like who is it that came to me in this meditation. And of course I found out it was Kuan Yin. So I was in my local metaphysical store one day and I came across the Kuan Yin oracle and I was like, yes, obviously this has to come with me. And she is a goddess of compassion and love and nurturing energy. So she comes to those who need it most. And at that time in my life that she came to me, I was really going through a rough period. So, yeah, it made sense. So with that being said, I want to grab us an oracle deck from her deck today. And let's see what comes out today. This is the only card I'm going to pull today. And I'm just going to draw on some psychic energy. I'm going to read the message from the guidebook and just deliver anything else that comes through for you, the collective. You know, sometimes we need to give ourselves a break from tarot. Sometimes tarot can just be so invasive sometimes, in my personal opinion, that, you know, oracle messages just are a little bit more gentler with your soul. And also kind of gives you back power of creating your day your way. All right, can I get a card, please? Okay, that was very annoying. So the card that we got is Nectar of the Lotus. That is what we have here today. Okay, fine. Let me see what number it is. 20. Number 20, here we go. And these are quite long, and sometimes I feel like the way this is written is a little, sometimes I feel like it's missing punctuation, so feel free, forgive me if I stumble. Okay. The Divine Mother wishes that those who are meant to feed others will be fed too. Your devotion to helping others has the effect of squeezing the cosmic heart chakra of the Divine Mother. From her heart drips nectar, sweet, sustaining, life-affirming energy that feeds you and allows you to nourish so many souls. Like a sacred chalice that overflows when you are full, well, and vital, the feeding of others happens effortlessly. When you are guided to be fed now, fed with divine nectar from the heart of the Mother. Okay, praise. I'm ready to receive. There is an endless supply of energy, joy, peace, bliss, and love for you flowing from the heart of the Divine Mother Kuan Yin. Yet sometimes we may experience limitation instead of endless supply. These limits can be a hidden blessing. They could be a sign that your mind and emotional life could use some help shifting from scarcity conscious into a consciousness of abundance. As we do this, we tend to relax and flow more easily, tapping into what is needed rather than perceiving restriction. A limit or block in our flow might be telling us that our nervous system needs some time to adapt to receiving higher intensities of spiritual electricity through our system as we become more used to living a joyful, higher vibrational existence. A limit or restriction in our energy might indicate that we have been so focused on giving to others that we have forgotten that we are part of the divine we are seeking to embody. And we need to gain more balance in our lives by taking some time out and attention for ourselves. When we are encountering a limit of some kind, whether through needing to come back into balance or because we're about to break through into a new level of spiritual growth and realization, it is wise to receive divine nectar, to allow ourselves to become replenished and supported, honoring the guidance that is hidden in the limitation we are encountering. Then it will have served its purpose and the limit can fall away. Divine nectar is our vital energy. It is life force and the fuel for growth of all kinds. It is peace, it is power, it is abundance, and it is love and divine grace. It exists in the physical world and the spiritual worlds, forever intertwining with each other throughout the life of our universe. When our chi energy or life force energy is replenished, we feel creative, happier, and more content, accepting of ourselves, others, and life. I still don't understand why these big ass trucks need to pass on my street. When our chi energy or life force is replenished, we feel creative, happier, and more content, accepting of ourselves, others, and life, and more able to flow in harmony with nature and divine will. It is a much more enjoyable way to live in balance and with adequate chi than to be struggling to keep going at times when it would be more productive to love ourselves enough to stop, rest, replenish, and revitalize ourselves. We gain the most chi when we are in connection. Otherwise, it's like trying to draw power when there is already a plug in the socket. Kuan Yin guides you to healing now by asking you to listen to yourself and your needs. What part of you needs more connection? Is it your emotions, your body, or your spirit? What would bring you the most joy and well-being? Do you need exercise or meditation or both? Do you need time alone to reconnect with yourself or time with friends and family? Imagine spending some time in nature. What type of nature would feel the best for you right now? Trees, the ocean or mountains, a wide open field blooming with vibrant flowers or rich grasses on a clear sunny day, or a cool dark forest with an abundant canopy of lush greenery. Even just becoming aware of what feels good for you at any given time is a way to open your heart to receive the divine nectar that seeks you out, to nourish you and replenish you. Taking a few moments to consider what you need strengthens your self-awareness and increases your ability to consciously meet your needs. This is essential for you to be able to cultivate your chi energy and live your happiest life. It is this good self-care that allows you to take part of the nectar of the lotus. The Mother Divine wants to help you, and you can assist her by helping yourself too. This is healing with the nectar of the lotus. Sit quietly and say aloud, I call on the grace of Kuan Yin and my own free will. I now choose to release any attachment, cord, or memory to any person, place, or thing in this or any lifetime that is draining my energy now. I choose to release these attachments from my body, mind, and energy field now. So be it. Om Mani Padme Hum. Breathe in and out, and then finish with awareness on your heart center. Repeat 3 times. Sit quietly, then imagine that above your head is a massive golden lotus flower, and as you focus on your own heart chakra, sending love to that lotus blossom above your head, a pure droplet of golden energy, divine nectar, drips down through your head into your body wherever it is most needed. Take your time and be peaceful here for a few moments, just receiving. Okay, if you're still with me, you know, this is really a message, guys, to pour into yourself. Like, even just at the top of this message, I was talking about how I don't meditate enough. Maybe that's something I need to do more, right? Need to give more time to myself, to just allow myself to be conscious and feed my mind and my spirit, right? And allow yourself time to think, what attachments are holding you back? I've been meaning to do a cord cutting for someone for a while, for myself, because I can still feel them in my energy field, and I'm like, oh, I've got to do that. So this is just a message for you as well. You know, where can you get back some time for yourself and, you know, take that nectar of the lotus, right? I'm seeing school for some of you. I don't know. I'm feeling like some of you are teachers and you need to really create a self-care routine so that you don't get burnt out this school year before school starts back. Have a routine of like when you grade papers and things like that, or homework. I'm looking at Sasha. Some of you guys really do need to get an animal. You need to get a pet. I got Sasha years ago because what was 2013. I was boy crazy, to be completely honest. I was boy crazy. I was in college and I found myself, and this was before I knew I had a codependent issue. And I just had an anxious attachment style. And I would be like obsessed and like wondering like, why aren't these guys calling me back, blah, 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 blah. And I was just so sick of myself. And I was like, I need a dog. I've always wanted a dog for years. I would beg my parents for years. And finally I got a dog. I was able to have my own place. So I was like, I'm going to get a dog. And I got Sasha off Craigslist for free, believe it or not. She had already had puppies. She was 1 year old. And she was completely just a skittish little thing, traumatized from God knows what. Maybe I'll have a story about how I got Sasha another time, but you know, just having my baby girl just to pour into, and I got to spend time training her. And even just throughout the years, it's just been awesome just having a dog that is my companion, you know, even through all the ups and downs of my relationship life. So some of you guys might need to get a pet. Like, you've been thinking about it, get a pet, whether it's a cat, whether it's a dog, whether it's a ferret, whatever you need to do it. I just want you to do one thing that feels good to you today. Those like carpet cleaning videos have been coming back on my TikTok, and I just find those so relaxing. I think I'm more interested in the outcome. Like I feel a sense of accomplishment with the person who cleaned the rug. I'm like, wow, they really did that. More than the ASMR of it all. I'm just like, it's just so satisfying to see that transformation. Even if it's something as little as that, do something good for yourself. Go for a walk, put on your bug spray because it is still summer. Go for a walk, you know, go to the grocery store and get you some fruits and vegetables. Did you have your fruit today? I don't know if anybody's following Stray's Anatomy. If you're not, please tap in. Please type Stray's Anatomy on TikTok. You're welcome. Did you have your fruit today? That's what I have for you today. Let me know how this resonates. I love you so much. Have a great Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow.